Pranam. In this video, we are going to understand what do we mean by under and over recovery of overheads. This, in other words, we also say it's under absorption or over absorption of overheads. Let's start with this example. Uh, it is the effect of calculating overhead rates basically based on budgeted annual expenditure and the budgeted activity is that it will be most unlikely that the overhead cost allocated to products manufactured during the period will be the same as the actual overheads incurred. Now, what do I mean to say over here? Let's understand what I'm saying over here. Suppose we say that the annual fixed overhead cost is say 20 lakh rupees. Okay, the direct labor hours that we are going to work is 10 lakh hours. So under absorption costing, we all know that the overhead costs are absorbed at the rate of direct labor hour. Okay. So over here, what will happen is that when I say that my annual fixed overhead cost is 20 lakh rupees and my direct labor hour cost is 10 lakh rupees, hence my estimated over recovery rate will be how much? It will be, sorry, it will be 20 lakh rupees divided by 10 lakh hours, 2 rupees. So this means what basically? That I am going to recover 2 rupees, every hour. I need to recover this much amount from my product. So I'll add rupees 2 to the cost of my products so as to recover the annual overhead charge of 20 lakh rupees. But now assume in this case, okay, bhai, instead of annual fixed overhead, and mein malum pada 20 lakh nahi, it is 19 lakh rupees. So if I keep on charging the product at the rate of 2, 2 rupees per overhead at the rate of 2 rupees for the overhead that is fixed to me, that means I'm going to charge 50,000 rupees extra. So this is what we want to know. We mean over recovery of the cost. That means costs are safe 19 lakh 50,000 ka, but we kept on charging rupees 2 per on every product for the overheads, due to which we actually overcharge the product. So हो सकता है that due to this your product pricing might become such that it might not be competitive in the market. Or as I know, it can also happen reverse. Suppose this this remains 2 lakhs, but the annual labor hours ये घट के हो गया suppose 9,50,000. Okay. So this can again be an issue. Now what can be the issue यहाँ पे? We'll say that if I charge only 2 rupees per labor hour, then how much I am going to charge in actual would be, to my products would be only 1,90,000 rupees. So 19 lakh rupees. That means I am undercharging 1 lakh rupees. मतलब मैंने 1 लाख रुपया कम चार्ज किया है on my products, so I am not actually able to recover this 1 lakh rupees. This is known as under absorption or under recovery of the overheads. So what will happen is that the overhead rate is decided by the businesses before the year starts, depending upon the estimates of their fixed overhead cost which they feel कितना होने वाला है, and the direct labor hours that they are going to estimate. This is what was done in traditional costing. But this is the issue which actually leads to what? Under absorption and over absorption of the cost. Now we will take a small sum on the same concept. I hope you all have that PDF with you. In that PDF, it is sum number MC2 on page number 2. It reads like this: that Wonder Limited manufactures a single product. The following figures relate to Zest for the 1 year period. If the level of activity is 50% and 100%, then they have given us the data. जहाँ पे sales at 50% is 8 lakhs. Production cost is divided into 2 parts: variable cost and the fixed cost. Selling and admin costs are again divided into 2 parts: variable cost and the fixed cost. Then they say that the normal level of activity for the year is 800 units. So we have 2 things forecasted. Okay, जो वहाँ पे in the example that we did right now, वहाँ पे 20 लाख रुपया जो था, okay, the fixed overhead cost. यहाँ पे it is say 1,60,000 rupees is the projected fixed overhead production cost. And वहाँ पे we say 10 lakh labor hours थे, यहाँ पे 800 units are given to us. Okay, so activity has been forecasted. Fixed costs are incurred evenly throughout the year, and actual fixed costs are equal to the budgeted fixed cost. There was no opening stock at the start of the year. In quarter 1, we made 220 units were produced and 160 were sold. So यहाँ पे ध्यान रखना है, you know what happened is that okay, the normal activity is 800 units. They said that everything is going evenly throughout the year. That means every quarter we would be producing how many units? 800 divided by 4, that is 200 units. But actually, how much have we produced in the quarter one? 220 units. Okay. And how much have we sold? 160 units. That means 60 units will stay in our closing stock. That is 220 minus 160. Then they say find what would be the fixed production over cost absorbed by Zest if absorption costing is used. What will be the under and over recovery of overheads during the period? What is the profit using absorption costing and marginal costing? And why is there a difference between the profits of absorption costing and marginal costing? So with this, we start the sum. So let us understand, let us first find out the fixed absorption rate. How will you find this? It's very simple. So my fixed cost or fixed overhead is 1,60,000 rupees. And I'm going to produce 800 units in a year. That means my fixed cost absorption rate is 200 rupees per unit. मतलब मैं अपनी cost suppose यहाँ पे मेरा direct material cost is say 100 rupees. Okay. So I'll do what? Suppose my direct labor cost यहाँ पे is say 200 rupees. So and I'll do what? I'll add to it my direct overhead cost, which is say 200 rupees per unit. So I will be getting the pricing at what rate? I will be getting the pricing at 100 rupees of direct material plus 200 of direct labor plus 200 of overhead. That means 500 rupees will be my cost, and upon that I'll put up my profits. So this is what it means. This is what our pricing model for that year would be. It will be how? It will be 100 rupees of material plus 200 rupees of direct labor plus 200 rupees of overhead. Then I'm hypothesizing. Okay, यहाँ पे कुछ दिया नहीं है material, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. Okay, what this 200 rupees per unit means? It means that this is my cost. If I am willing to take 20% profits, then I'll do what? I'll add to this 20% profit. Okay, so the selling price will be 600 rupees. Now this is very important because we all know that if price is not good, it is difficult to sell. That means my costing, if it is wrong, my pricing would be wrong. My pricing is wrong, it will be very difficult to sell. And over here we know that the how much cost should be absorbed in the first quarter, since it is a period cost. Okay, so we say it will be हुआ क्या यहाँ पे कि I am going to absorb 200 rupees per unit, and I manufactured 220 units. So actually I have absorbed 44,000 rupees cost in the first quarter itself. However, how much should have actually absorbed is, since it's a period cost, I'll say it is 1,60,000 rupees divided by 4. That is the 4 quarters. So I should have recovered only 40,000 rupees in the current quarter in the form of my fixed cost of production. However, how much I have recovered? Rupees 44,000. Why? Because this was my formula. I was keeping on adding this into my cost. That means I have actually recovered rupees 40,000 more. Now it looks nice over here, but then it can also happen that this might have led to no sales at all. Sales might have been mildly affected. Let us go ahead. So my selling price would be, we are doing it this way. This is my total sales. Okay, 16 lakh units is my total sale at 100% level of activity. I'm going to produce 800 units. So my selling price over here comes to 16 lakhs divided by 800 is rupees 2,000 per unit. My variable cost of production, how will you get this? It's very simple. 6 lakhs 40,000 divided by units produced, yearly is 800. So this is my variable cost of production. And I also have variable cost of selling and admin expenses. Similarly, I'll do the same thing. The variable cost is given to us 32 lakhs over here, 3,20,000. I'll divide it by 800 rupees. So I will get 400 rupees per unit. So my selling price is rupees 2,000. I'm simply doing sales divided by number of units. Over here, I'm doing cost divided by number of units. So I get the variable cost of production per unit and the variable cost of selling and admin per unit. As we go ahead, let us find out the let us make the income statement. The sales, it is given to us. How much have they said that? They say that we are going to sell. We have sold 160 units. Mind you, we are finding out sales, hence we are not going to multiply it by the production units. We are going to multiply it by the number of units sold. 160 यूनिट हमने बेचा है, so 160 units into rupees 2,000 per unit, it comes to 3,20,000 is the sales I'll book for the current quarter. Then I have to find the cost of goods sold as we do it, you know. Yeah. Now over that I have production cost. I have two parts to it, variable cost and fixed cost. Now how will I get the variable cost? It is simple. I will multiply the variable cost per unit into the units produced. ध्यान रखना, sales में you are multiplying it by the number of units sold. For cost you are multiplying it by the number of units produced. So 220 units I had produced, and my variable cost of production was 800 rupees per unit. So my variable cost comes to 1,76,000 rupees. And my fixed cost, how much actually I have absorbed in this time? I have absorbed over here 200 per unit, that was my formula, into I had made 220 units. So I had absorbed 44,000 rupees of fixed cost of production. Now I'm going to value the closing stock. How do we value closing stock? It's always simple. Now we always do this. In absorption costing will be quantity. How will you get the quantity? यहाँ पे क्या will be production जो किया था, okay, that was 220 units minus how much we have sold, 160. So what you get is 60 units. That is the quantity of closing stock. And what is the price at which you are going to value the stock? It is the total cost, correct? Total cost is what? It is the fixed cost plus the variable cost, but only production. It is only production cost. So I am not going to add up the selling and admin cost over here. So we are going to value the closing stock over here. In this case, this is how we are valuing it. This is the quantity 60, and what is this 50 and 43 is the variable cost of production. In this case, it is 800 rupees per unit, and we also have the fixed cost absorption rate is. This is the variable cost of production, and this is the fixed cost of production per unit. So I'm adding up the fixed cost plus the production cost, but only the production cost. So fixed cost plus the variable production cost, I'm adding it. It comes to 1,000 rupees. So 1,000 rupees of cost of production per unit into 60 units, it comes to 60,000. So please remember over here that the quantity is 220 minus 160. Total cost of production per unit is how much? 200 rupees क्या है? It is the fixed cost of production per unit. What is 800 rupees? 800 rupees is the variable cost of production per unit. So when I multiply, I take it 60,000 rupees is the value of the closing stock. Now only take production variable cost and not selling and general variable cost. This is what you have to remember every time, correct? Now so this is my closing stock. Now how will I get my cost of sold? Basically, what is the formula? It is opening stock at the cost of production less the closing stock. Since there is no opening stock, so there is nothing over here. It's just production cost minus the closing stock. It comes to 160. It is 220 minus 60 comes to 160. Now we also have the variable cost. Now this is the S&A, that is selling and admin expenses. Where my variable cost, I'm getting it this way. My variable cost of selling and admin is 400 rupees per unit. I'm going to multiply it by the number of units sold, because the selling cost is always the number of units sold. So it's 400 into 160. That gives me 64,000 rupees. And I also have fixed cost. Fixed cost is a period cost. So I'll just divide it by 4. That is the quarter, because we are doing for the quarter. So selling and admin cost, we had 240 as the fixed cost for selling and admin overheads. I'm dividing it by 4 to get the quarterly cost. So my cost comes to 64 plus 60, it is 124. So what is my profit now? My profit is sales minus cost of goods sold minus the selling and admin expenses. So I get over here 36,000 rupees is my profit. To that I am adding over absorption. 4,000 रुपया जो मैंने ज़्यादा ही कमा लिया, because I had actually done what? There was an over absorption rupees 4,000 over here. Why? Because I produced 20 units more. Okay, it was my efficiency. So over here, I say that my net profit has to be 36,000 plus 4,000 rupees. That is 40,000 rupees. So this was my profit as per the absorption costing. Now let us take the profit as per marginal costing. So over here again, sales will remain same. मतलब क्या करेंगे हम? It will be the number of units sold into selling price per unit that we found out this way. So it will be select 20. It remains same. Now from sales, if you remember, what is our formula? This marginal costing is sales less the variable cost you get the contribution less the fixed cost, we get the profit. So यहाँ पे भी वही करेंगे हम. I have variable cost of sales. वहाँ पे I have two variable cost, production cost and the variable cost of selling and admin. So for cost of production, how will I do this? It is same as we did for over here, you know, for absorption costing. It is variable cost of production per unit, that is 800 rupees, multiplied by the total units produced, that is 220 units. So it comes to 1,76,000. And how will I get the variable cost on SNA? 400 rupiah per unit hai, into the number of units sold, that is 160. So this, the calculation remains same. Okay. So this is my variable cost. Now, how am I going to value the closing stock? If you all remember, I had told you that in marginal costing, the closing stock is valued at what? At the variable cost only. It is not valued at the fixed cost. So over here, what is the closing stock? We all know it is 220 units minus 160 sold into variable cost 800 rupees. Now, please mind it again, for closing stock valuations, we are going to take only the cost of production and not the selling and admin expenses. So when I am valuing over here closing stock at variable cost, that variable cost I refer to is the cost of production only. You are not going to take any variable cost that is something not into production. Like SNA wala cost will not come over here. So I'm multiplying it by 800 and not by 800 plus 400. Okay, please mind this. So my closing stock comes to 48,000. So now as per our formula, now I get my cost of sales. How do I get it? It's opening stock, this is nil. The opening stock plus variable cost minus the closing stock. So that's over here. So this is my variable cost of sales. Once I do sales minus variable cost of sales, what I get is known as the contribution. Okay. From this, we do over here what? We'll reduce the fixed cost. Similarly, we'll do over here, we'll reduce the fixed cost. फिक्स प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट कैसे मिलता है? जो यहाँ पे मिला आपने को सिंपल है 40,000. ओके, दिस व्हाट वी गेट ओवर हियर. एक्चुअल था 40,000. ओके, दैट्स व्हाट वी गॉट ओवर हियर. दैट इज 160 डिवाइड बाय 4. एसएनए में क्या होगा? सेम इट विल बी अगेन द होल अमाउंट 240 divided by 4. So my fixed cost comes to 1 lakh rupees. Now over here, sales minus variable cost, I get the contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost, I'll get the profit. It comes to 28,000 rupees. Now there's a difference. There's a difference of between 40,000 of profit as per absorption costing and 28,000 rupees of profit as per marginal costing. There's a difference of 12,000 rupees. Now, why is this difference? This difference is coming due to what? This is because of the closing stock valuations. Closing stock of 60 units, मतलब the first part quantity तो दोनों में same रहेगा, okay? But what you are going to multiply in absorption costing, you are going to add total cost, that is fixed cost and variable cost, both the production cost. इसमें दो part आ गया, fixed and variable production cost you are going to add. तो यहाँ पे comes to 1,000 rupees per unit पे हो रहा है. जबकि when we do marginal costing, we are going to value 60 units at 800 rupees. That is the variable cost of production only. We are not going to consider the fixed cost of production in this case. So when I say that the difference is how much? 1,000 minus 800. That is the amount of difference between the valuation. 200 रुपये का जो difference है multiplied by 60 units comes to 12,000 rupees. So this difference, this is the reason why we get a difference in profit as per the absorption costing and as per the marginal costing. I hope you might have understood this sum and the concept of over absorption and under absorption, or over recovery and under recovery. Thank you so much.